Angunjas Neb, God family. So we going through the 36th through the 39th law. I am recording on day 41. Got a little backed up, but the system's clean though, because we've been fasting and just feeling luxurious, feeling amazing. And I hope this inspires you to not only continue on your journey of cleanliness and godliness, because it's equated, same things, right? But also that we can really sink into these 42 laws, because there's a lot of powerful wisdom. There's a lot of powerful lessons within these laws that I think can really save humanity and society if we start to implement these in a really practical way. So we're going to do 36 through 39. And then the next video, I'll do laws 40 through 42, giving thanks for you. For being here in this moment, giving thanks to life, giving thanks to breath, another day, another hour, another minute, another moment to just celebrate all of this abundance in this physical world, because truly we are light, we are God, we are the essence of this beautiful universe, and the Nebuchadnezzar, as we say in Kemetic culture, in Medu-Neter, the Most High. And so giving thanks for just seeing the God in you in this moment, and feeling the God in you in this moment, because the God in you is the God in me. And giving thanks for divine connection, giving thanks for MA'AT, the beautiful balance that is MA'AT. So we're going to get into it. The 36th law is, I have not coveted my neighbor's goods. So it's basically, there's another version actually I want to talk about that's basically saying that I have not stopped the flow of water to my neighbor, which I think is so beautiful. It's also representing things not just in the physical, but once again the spiritual, where it's like sometimes people are blessed with so many beautiful things and so much fortune and things, and it's really showing us in this law not to be envious and jealous of a person in a way that is not celebrating the things that you have, and then also trying to diminish what they have. And I've caught myself feeling like I've deserved something that somebody else had, and really if that was the case, then life would have provided it for me. I would have provided it for me, because really just going back to this idea of being accountable, it's really a through line through the law of MA'AT. As you see, I have not. Once again, this beautiful concept of minding your business, which is a very powerful thing. So even when we talk about not coveting our neighbor's goods, it's a deep level of integrity, and once again gratitude for the things that you do have, and recognizing that true abundance comes from within. So if you are feeling abundant within, it's going to reflect in the outside. So we have to just really sit in our power in order to see all of the things that we truly want manifesting in our lives. And these external possessions are only a reflection of the internal power that you feel, and that reflects and radiates when you start to have a real beautiful and loving, authentic relationship with yourself. It's something that I'm still learning and working on in many different ways, but I see the more and more that I do work on myself, especially since I've stopped doing certain things like smoking and drinking, and feeling how it's affected my body in such a powerful way, to the point where it's like this idea of brain fog. And it's a deep thing, y'all, because we are constantly engaging in life in different ways that are either going to detract or distract us from our purpose, or it's going to attract us to our abundance. And when we are polluting our bodies, not only are we manifesting so much toxic things on the physical, but also on the spiritual. And we're spending money, we're investing in our death. And so it's really a powerful thing when we're able to find that discipline and find that wealth within that abundance of wealth, and not feeling like something that belongs to somebody else needs to be ours, or we need to block their blessings, when truly we are blessed. We're blessed just by having this moment here and sharing this energy as the now, being in the now, right? So it's really about being committed to being fair, and not living and sitting in this idea of jealousy and greed. And I think if we think about even in modern times, how we'll see, whether it's those who are wealthy or celebrities, whatever the case may be, and it's almost this idea of like, I they shouldn't be where they're at, they don't deserve it, because they're this type of person or that type of person. It really, once again, it distracts us from all of the things that we can be providing for ourselves in that moment. So instead of falling into this comparative despair, especially when it pertains to superficiality and consumerism, really just focusing on the essence of the abundance that you have and being grateful for that. And then also celebrating people, whether you like them or you don't like them, for whatever reason that is. And probably should be clear for you, but just celebrate people winning, because when you celebrate people winning, then you're training your body, you're training your mind to even just have that mentality like, yo, I'm seeing victory around me, and I'm not wishing bad on anyone, because when you wish bad on people, you wish bad for yourself. And really just not to be obsessed with the material wealth, because once again, that's going to distract you from really feeling the abundance within. And that's not to say that certain people don't achieve certain levels of material wealth without necessarily having a sense of wealth within themselves. There's a way to go about all of this, and there's people who put their cart before the horse, which is why they're not happy. They got more money and more problems. They get rich fast and they die young, because they have not established a certain foundation. So it's almost like picking the fruit without even planting the seed and allowing it to grow. And that's how fascinating life is, because it really does put us in those positions to where anything can be alchemized in many different ways and many different possibilities. And then at the same time, we have to have a foundation of love for self and a divine connection to spirit, so we can really appreciate the physical abundance. Law 37 is, I have not spoken scornfully or falsely accused anyone. So it's this idea of like wishing scorn, wishing like this almost like venomous energy onto somebody, and also falsely accusing someone. This, once again, going back to the idea of gossiping and feeling like we need to walk around and start rumors even, and so we don't want to engage in that, because once again, that is taking us out of Ma'at in a way where now we're creating this disharmony. And for what, right? For just to spread some accusations about somebody. And once again, I have not. These laws are right in the beginning of the law is telling you to mind your business. So integrity, especially integrity of speech, right? Speaking with a certain level of firmness in what we do, but also a certain level of truth. So we're taking what's represented as the God who, right, or the Neter who is representing this authoritative speech, and then once again, Ma'at representing truth. And so in that aspect, just to give some of the comedic insights, to make sure that even the words that we're speaking, like we're making sure that we're speaking with a certain level of integrity, and being very mindful of the way that we talk about others, because it's fundamental to maintaining balance. And we see that, even when it comes to celebrity gossip or politics and all of that, it's really training our society to accept scornful vocabulary and scornful speech in general, right? Because it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Words hold power, and it's capable of shaping your reality and influencing others' lives as well. So scornful words and false accusations could definitely disrupt the balance of your social groups. It could disrupt the balance of society. We see that once again with the politicians and whatnot. So this law reminds us to really think about honesty on a deeper level and making sure that our intent is pure and not malicious, and also making sure that our speech is fostering unity. And the biggest thing is really mindful communication, right? We want to make sure that in all of our conversations and connections, that we are being mindful and kind, avoiding gossip, and resisting the urge to feel like we have to slander others or judge people unrighteously. And also, the thing is, a big thing that we're seeing even in the media, right, when it comes to the news, like this is something that we see also stirring the pot in many different ways, especially as it pertains to misinformation. So this idea of like not falsely accusing and speaking scornfully. I mean, yeah, we literally see it as we turn on our TVs, right? So very important to meditate on that as well. The 38th law, I have not cursed the netter. So basically, I have not disrespected the Most High. Many people may, of course, in this English language, refer to that as God. And so basically, like, I have not disrespected or I have not blasphemed the divine. So even the idea of blasphemous speech, right? It's really interesting when we talk about not cursing the netter. There's a deep reverence in Kemetic culture for the neteru, the different aspects, the different forces of nature, of the divine, of the Most High. And speaking ill of the divine and anything that pertains to the divine is really a violation of Ma'at. And that's the thing. So if we see everything as God, if we see everything as an extension of the Most High, then therefore any type of disrespect to anyone or anything is really cursing the divine, because the divine dwells and the divine is expressed within every single organism, every single object. Even when it comes to different religions and different aspects of the Most High, where people may do their different things in their belief system, and making sure that maybe you don't agree, but you still have a certain level of respect, and that yes, we defend Ma'at. We make sure that we operate in justice, especially as we see injustice. But then we also make sure that we're not engaging in things in a very unrighteous or unholy manner. And when I say holy, I mean with the W in front, right? Because there's people who literally are designing religion and cultivating belief systems to keep your mind in a whole, as opposed to make you feeling whole, like full. You feel me? More abundant, especially as we are mindful of, once again, our speech, to not even move ourselves to, be cussing each other, but also to not feel like we have to just be disrespectful in general. And, as we respect each other, we respect the divine more. Even through prayer, affirmations, everyday speech, we want to remind ourselves to uplift, use our words as something to uplift rather than to dishonor. So, once again, the 38th law, I have not cursed the netter. We're going to move to the 39th law now. The 39th law is, I have not acted with arrogance. This one was a very powerful conversation in general, because there's a lot of times where I feel like us as people, we don't even realize we're moving in an arrogant manner. And so it's really this idea of exalting yourself above others and feeling like you have to, in a way, boost your own status or make inflate yourself to make it seem that you're somebody that really is not truly where you're at. Because if you feel like you need to move in arrogance, and that means there's some sort of inferiority complex going on within. So when you're looking down on others, even, right, because that's the idea of arrogance, it's almost this sense where there's this vile way of moving and maneuvering and even talking to people and treating people. And once again, you treat people how you treat yourself. I believe I said that in previous videos. So humility is a vital virtue. And yes, we do want to take pride in the things that we do, but where's the balance, right? We have to make sure that we're always in ma'at, whether it's a priest, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a judge, whether it's a politician, whether it's anyone in entertainment. Any position of power, it's all a gift, it's all a blessing. So being sure to be truly humble under God, be a thug, truly humble. But anyway, just remembering our power in general. And we don't want to create any division or disharmony based off of the way that we may interact and behave with people in society. So this law encourages us to not only think about humility, but acknowledge the talents and achievements of other people. We don't have to diminish folks to build ourselves up. Avoiding prideful behavior that could be very toxic, and also making sure that we treat individuals with respect is a very prominent part of just living our lives in a ma'atic manner. Recognize the value in people. See the value, see the God in everyone. Arrogance, it leads to a lot of tension, a lot of conflicts. It could be in the workplace, it could be in community. And so when we're practicing humility, we're able to cultivate more collaboration in a healthy way. We're able to be more empathetic, to see people on a deeper level. And then we're also making sure that we're treating ourselves in a healthy way as well, because we're able to have a deeper conversation with self in terms of even when these arrogant thoughts may come up where you think you're better than anyone, in a way where it's this aggression, unnecessary aggression behind it. I think it allows us to really check ourselves in a way, like even before we speak, like where is this coming from and what's going on. So approaching with humility and recognizing the wisdom and the value in other people is definitely essential. So that's law 39, and giving thanks once again for everybody who's joined me on this journey so far, whether you've been on the calls or you've been watching these videos. It's been such a pleasure, and looking forward to not only diving into Ma'at even deeper in different ways, but just all things MA'AT. So stay rooted, stay blessed. Enough love, God family.